Wildcats out of Mississippi. Pearl River and Coastal Alabama North. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. Great to have you on the other end of the broadcast. Thanks so much for checking in on a Monday, a busy week of not only volleyball, got some football too here on JockJive. Here in Bruton, they are working on the facilities, and they've installed bleachers now, working on the AC. Won't be long. Probably when it gets cold, they'll have the AC ready to go. But as a result of why I tell you that is that there is a large fan right in front of me. So if you have some extraneous noise that you're like, what the heck's that? Very possible that's what it is. That is dropped in on the shot down the line by Sammy Smith. And Pearl River taking the early lead in this one. Taking a look at the Pearl River lineup. Starting is Addie McNeely, Natalie Bartholomew, Sammy Smith, Madison Butler, Abby Franks, Lily Franks, and the libero is Lauren McLemore. Net fault, point awarded to Pearl River. And they will take the early 2-zip lead while the serve still belongs to Jolie Gibson. Gibson has appeared in 16 matches of the 17 played. Shot over by Wood. Mishandling there in the mid part of the floor, but able to launch it over with Sisson. Wood drives it into the net. Pearl River takes a 3-zip lead. Coastal North putting Ella Grace Wood, Morgan Higgins, Riley Edwards, Reese St. Amant, Julie Bochelle, and Melino Carrero on the floor first. The libero is Reagan Hickman. Little reach back, pass not right where McNeely wanted. Reach back, got it. Woods drives it over. Picked up in the backcourt by Gibson. Bumped over, received by Bochelle. Sends the free ball over, opposite side of the floor, retrieved by Gibson. Down the line by Hoffmeyer. Left-hander dink over, and is St. Amant. And there is the first point awarded to Coastal North. And the Lady Coyotes in a 3-1 ball game. Both teams a game below 500. So one of these two teams will get to 500. One of these two will be a couple of games under 500. Into the net from Sammy Smith. A 3-2 ball game with Wood serving. Ella Grace Wood, 9 aces on the year. That is 4th best on the team. Picked up by McLemore. And you got a Pearl River point and a 4-2 lead. I did not see the official indicate why the point was given, as it was launched over by Sammy Smith. Here's Higgins dropping it over. Higgins, one of the better hitters on this team. And will go out, but it got fingertips on the way. And Pearl River taking a 5-2 advantage. Sammy Smith continuing to serve, 21 aces on the year, 2nd most on the team. That's swatted over by St. Amant. The drive by McNeely gathered. Higgins able to retrieve it. That is Hoffmeyer, puts it over. Hickman able to get underneath. One-handed dink across by St. Amant. Driven into the backcourt, Carrera able to get it. Higgins aims for the corner, able to get there is Smith. We'll joust on the net. Let's see who is awarded. It is Coastal North. Makes it a 5-3 game, and St. Amant will serve. 14 aces on the year for the 274 hitter. McLemore able to get to it first. Bartholomew, wrong side of the antenna. And North makes it a 1-point game. Reese St. Amant serving, leading scorer on this team, 3.5 per set. There's the kill from Bartholomew. Most kills on the team with 180. And you can tack on 181 there. As the serve goes back over to Pearl River, Addie McNeely, the sophomore, handling the honors. 6-4 advantage. It belongs to Pearl River, first of who knows how many sets in this one. Carrera drives, trying to get there and cannot. And Pearl River's lead goes back to 3. Too strong with the McNeely serve. Julie Bochelle serving. Trying to play it off the roof and doing so nicely. It was not a particularly easy play for Sammy Smith. Carrero driving it down the line. McLemore able to get to it. Blocked by Higgins, but out of bounds. Pearl River's advantage back to 3. Couple of volleyball matches to begin the week. Here at North today, at South tomorrow. Higgins driving it over. Back to a 2-point game. And great to have you watching coverage wherever you've got us on. Whether you've gone to the website at JockJive.com or you said, heck, I want to watch it on YouTube. That'll go off Higgins. Kill awarded to Bartholomew. Pearl River taking a 9-6 lead, matching their largest of the game. Higgins coming off the floor for Coastal North, and Kylie Walker will check in. Hickman, first pass, dinked right back over Bochelle. A little too strong with the pass, trying to get something set for Edwards. But into the net goes Pearl River. So a break for North. Bartholomew. Woods driving it back. Smith into the backcourt. Bochelle picks it up. Hickman backs at Woods, fists it across. Back over it goes to Smith. She'll drive it, she'll drop it in. Pearl River a 3-point lead again. Serve back over to Lauren McLemore, the libero. Walker there, Canero. Setting up St. Amant. (10-8) game, Canero serving. Melina Canero, the freshman. 16 aces on the year, the left-hander. Played off the roof, Bartholomew. A little bump over by Lily Franks. Shoved over by St. Amant. Well, the dig by Canero, but couldn't get the pass up enough for St. Amant. And Pearl River able to maintain a 2 to 3 point lead. Currently 3. And we'll go off Walker. And the first 4-point lead of the game for Pearl River. Makes it a 12-8 contest with 12 serving 8. Lily Franks on the serve. Bochelle played off the roof by Hickman. Driven over by Wood. That will go out of bounds off McNeely. Yana Grace Wood serving. 142 hitter, the sophomore. 9 aces on the year. Picked up in the backcourt by Bartholomew. Higgins to Canera. Wood driving it over. A little joust on the net between McNeely and St. Amant. Eventually out. And Coastal North within 2. And the game available too on YouTube. Be sure to follow us there as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know, you get alerts You know when we're coming on, you might forget about us occasionally, so great to subscribe. You'll be able to get alerts as to when the game coverage has begun and what games are coming up on YouTube. And, okay, we'll own up to it. We like lots of subscribers. The more, the merrier. Timeout on the floor. We'll break 2. It is a 3-point Pearl River lead.
It's the dreaded appointment. You've put it off long enough. You've run out of excuses. And now you've got to face your fears head on. Fortunately, there's someone there who won't hold your feelings against you. Somebody whose efforts instead will give you your best selfie smile. You'll thank her when it's over. Be somebody. Enroll in the Dental Assisting Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes and Wildcats here on JockJive, a Monday of volleyball from Bruton, Alabama. 13-10 Pearl River lead. I mentioned a busy week of sports. Tomorrow we head to Bay Minette, Enterprise State, Coastal Alabama South. Friday to Jackson, Alabama. Jackson and Bayside Academy High School football. Junior college football coming up on Saturday. Monroe and Georgia Military. Hickman, the nice save. Cadera able to send it over. McLemore gets to it. Drive by McNeely. Point awarded to Pearl River. Also baseball back on Saturday. We head to Lafayette, Louisiana. Fall ball for this showcase series. So a lot of stuff coming up, and all of it's right here. Hickman able to get there. Cadera, two-handed shove. Nice dig and save by McLemore. Into the backcourt. Higgins drives across court. McNeely with a block. Sent over by McNeely. Back over to Higgins. Lobs it over the tall front line. That'll go into the net. And the Coyotes make it a 3-point game, 11 serving 14. Reese St. Amant, the freshman middle blocker, going wide with the serve. Makes it a 15-11 contest. My apologies for the raspy voice. No, I don't think it's overuse. I think it's, I don't know. Is it allergies? What do you have these times of the year? Fisted over by Edwards. Smith sending it to the left side. Bartholomew. I've had it ever since I took a plane ride to Nebraska to cover Georgia Military College and Iowa Western. There's the ace delivered by Bochelle. That is the 30th ace for Bochelle, leads the team in that category. Thought it was allergies. Clarendon D did nothing. Just know it makes things a little raspy. Higgins dropping it in front of the inline. It's a 1-point game. Of course, Kenny Rogers made a mint off a raspy voice, right? And Lee Greenwood and others. Of course, I can't sing. I guess that would help. Bochelle driving it over. Cadena putting it back. Picked up by Bochelle. Hickman over to Higgins. Into the backcourt. Smith's got it. Shot driven over. The Bartholomew shot blocked. We're tied at 15. Lofted over by McLemore. Edwards there. Back set Bochelle. Cadera. Into the backcourt Smith. Over to Hoffmeyer, and Hoffmeyer off of a Coyote. Coastal North trying to pick up their first lead of the game. Pearl River ripped off the first 3. That was their largest lead until it became 14-10. And they led it by 4. Coyotes tied up at 15. Pearl River's got the 1-point lead back. St. Edward's shot blocked by Franks, and then an errant pass. And the Wildcats with the 2-point lead. Serving is Madison Butler, 6 aces on the year for the 286 hitter. Carrera setting up Higgins, flips it over. McLemore there. Able to get to it was Butler, trying to do it without stepping on the libero. McLemore. Higgins over to Bochelle, setting up Carrera. Lobs it across. McLemore got to it. Frank sending it over. It is driven across by Bartholomew. Higgins lobbing it over. It is tipped on the net by Lily Franks. And Morgan Higgins, the West Florida high school product, in her second season here for the Coyotes, serving into the net. Back over to Pearl River with the serve, Natalie Bartholomew. 14 aces on the year for the 165 hitter. Leading the team in kills with 180 and kills per set with nearly 3. Shoved back over by Lily Franks. For Coastal North, it is the last of a stretch of home games. They'll be on the road for a bit. Smith will drive it. Got road trips to Andalusia, to Selma, and to Mississippi. Timeout on the floor in a 2016 contest.
Preparing for surgery is like getting ready for the big game. You arrive early. You get your mind right. You make sure every tool is ready and the team has the right equipment. Your patient may never know your name. They may never realize that somebody cared enough to ensure all the little tasks were done right. But that's okay. You do. Be somebody. Enroll in the Surgical Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Pearl River 5 away from taking the opening set. 9 away is Coastal North. So a timeout on the floor. As we get back to the volleyball Edwards. And you had a couple of hits from one Wildcat. So Coastal North with a point. Hickman will serve the libero. Picked up in the backcourt by Hannah French, who is now in. Nice dig by Hickman. Moschel with the save off of the Delaney Sisson tip. That is driven over by Lily Franks. Franks 82 kills on the year, a 190 hitter. Served back over to McLemore and company, the sophomore libero. Colleen Walker back in, and 2 hits, 1 Coyote. Pearl River matching their largest lead at 5, 22-17. Opening set, McLemore sends it over, Bochelle there. Carrera, back set Woods, drives it, drops it. Right in front of French. He tried to pancake it and couldn't. And Kiana will serve. Kiana has played in 13 matches, 44 sets. a 156 hitter with 16 aces on the year. Shoved over by McNeely. Wood drives. That will roll off Franks and then drop to the other side. 19 serving 22. And Cadero serving. It is floated over. Just got it over. And Butler was there, but that one will go long. And here come the Coyotes down by 2. 3 straight Coyote points. By the way, our corner judge, one of the corner judges, Coach Krista, softball coach for Coastal North. Officiating some volleyball here. Walker with a nice save, but it goes wide outside of the antenna. Pearl River needing 2 to wrap it up. Coastal North needing 5. Bochelle giving it to Woods, drives it across. Picked up by French. That is, I believe, Smith who drove it over from the left side. Fisted over Hickman. Couldn't get to it. Hoffmeyer saw a spot that was vacant. Dropped it in, and Pearl River is now a point away from taking the opening set. Pearl River 5-5 against ACCC teams. Tipped over by St. Amant. Ellen Grace Wood serving. That will go long, and that will end the ball game. Pearl River taking the opening set. They will do it 25-21. So set number 1 in the books. Obviously at this juncture, Coyotes now hoping for at least a 4-set match. Pearl River hoping to pull out the broom.
You're organized, driven, focused, ready to create the life of luxury in the most beautiful and unique locations, locally and around the world. Discover hospitality management at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Crafts got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
You made it. You went further than even you believed. You took your friends, your teammates, teachers, and coaches. You needed Dad, but Mom was there through it all. See, you didn't do it alone. It took a united effort. It also took you. United Baseball is a full-time organization focused on development and advancement of athletes. If you're a high school-age baseball player with a desire to play at the next level, you could be next. Log on to unitedbaseball.org to learn more.
Discover pastry baking at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Opening set of victory that belonged to Pearl River, 25-21. Hard fought, largest lead, 5. Coastal North, though, never able to get a lead. Drop behind early, 3-zip. Tie the game up at 15. But that would be as close as they come. And set number 1, a Pearl River win, 25-21. Well, over the last couple of weeks, for the first time since the pandemic, teams now swapping sides again. I don't know that that is that significant, but you may have noticed that all last year, all this year prior to this week here and prior to, I think, Thursday in Bay Minette, the team stayed on the same side of the floor. That was a precaution implemented in the pandemic. Just taking every possible effort to avoid contracting COVID. And despite the fact I think COVID is back, but not nearly as severe, Smith sending it over. We're back to switching sides. And I gotta admit, though I don't know if it really gives anybody an advantage or not, it's just part of the game. You know, there's some traditions with the game and swapping sides. Part of it. When you didn't have it, it just didn't quite seem right. Smith getting the kill. First Pearl River point. Well, let's see if scoring first has any bearing on the final outcome. I mean, outside of the obvious. Sammy Smith serving, 1 serving 2. Wood steps up, sends it across the net. Did it drop in? It did. Well, no, it got fingertips. Regardless, it's points, and it's awarded to the home team. Ella Grace Wood serving. A 3-1 ball game. First lead of the match coming here in set number 2 for Coastal North. And that's a little bit wide from Wood. Wood finished the first set with a service error. Her first serve in the second set is off the mark too. Annie McNeely will serve, the sophomore. Over to Kiadra. Setting up St. Amant, tips it over, able to get underneath is McNeely. Driven into the corner by Bartholomew, but a nice return by Hickman. Bartholomew again drives Boschel with the block. Back set to Hoffmeyer, and she will drive it into the corner. Pearl River tying it up at 3 each. Madison Kelly. Check that. Addie McNeely serving. Madison Kelly wears number 2 for Coastal North. Donning 2 for Pearl is McNeely. Hickman able to get there. Boschel setting up Higgins. Drives it across. Returned by Gibson. Boschel to Kiedra. Drives into the backcourt. Smith's there. Over to Bartholomew. Tips it across. Boschel got the antenna. Trying to tip it back over, and Pearl Rivers got their first lead 4-3 in set 2. Addie McNeely, 15 aces. She is number 3 on the team in that category. It's on top of the net. Drops back over to the Wildcat side. And Coastal North gets the serve and the point. Reese St. Amant on the serve. Bartholomew, first pass, back set. Hoffmeyer drives it in. And the serve on the other side of the floor, short-lived, back over to Pearl River. Checking into the lineup to serve is the freshman Madison Butler. Serves it up to Madison Kelly, and it eventually goes out. A little long, and the point awarded to Pearl River. The lead goes to 2, matching the largest lead in the set. Coastal North had a 2-point lead to begin with, 2-zip. Now Pearl River with a 6-4 2-point lead. Setting up Bartholomew. Little decoy used by Franks. Over to Higgins. Able to get a hand on it on the front line. Franks trying to readjust to a pass that was a little outside of the antenna. Cutton and the Coyotes within 1 with Bochelle serving. Bartholomew aiming for the corner and gets what she aims for. Drops it in, makes it a 7-5 game. And Bartholomew will serve. 14 aces. 3rd best on the team. McLemore popping it over to Franks, and Franks goes long. Coastal North back within a point. Hannah French checking into the lineup. Bartholomew will come out for Pearl River. Out of Poplarville. Pearl River, by the way, since we recently saw the departure of Jimmy Buffett, spent a little time at Pearl River Community College. Dropped into the corner. You know, when he was searching, when he hadn't learned that guitar picking and that songwriting, I guess, to perfection, took some classes at Pearl River. Bochelle able to get the McLemore serve. Woods has it blocked. The double block by Franks and McNeely. Lead goes to 3, largest lead of the set. Biggest lead of the match has been 5. That's taken by Walker. And that was Edwards. It's too much power. I think Jimmy Buffett made that Caribbean Beach parrot head thing really work. Passed as a nearly billionaire. Hickman can return it. And basically all of it off of that kind of Margaritaville persona. 10-7 Pearl River lead. And a timeout on the floor. Let's take the break, 2, and be right back to Bruton.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master electrical and mechanical skills, process controls, hydraulics and pneumatics, and land a job that can take you anywhere. Start your path to a career that pays. Discover electrical and instrumentation technology at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Pearl River trying to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Won the opening set 25-21, lead this one by 3. Jolie Gibson with the serve. And Bochelle just could not get a particularly good pass off to begin with, and Walker couldn't return it. Couldn't move it forward, and Gibson will serve again. The sophomore has more aces than any other Wildcat. Saved in the backcourt by French, but too strong. And Coastal North within 3, serve back over to Carrera. The freshman 156 hitter. Gets the ace, 16 coming in, 17 now. Initially picked up by Hoffmeyer, bumped over to the free ball from Gibson, setting up Wood. Able to block it, Hoffmeyer. Tipped over, then back over by McNeely. Into the backcourt, French has got it. Bumps it to the front line, right side. Smith shoves it over. Nice dig and save, Walker. McLemore to it. Hoffmeyer drives, blocked by Wood. And that will go out of bounds off McNeely. Coyotes making a 1-point game. Melina Cadero serving. Averages a little better than a point a set. Got the ace. Just not able to get the hand set was Hoffmeyer. And Coastal North has tied it up at 11. Cadero again serving. Into the net. That is from French. And for the first time since it was 3-2. Coastal North has got the lead back by 1. Now trying to build on that lead. McLemore bumping it over to Hoffmeyer. Into the backcourt. Canero's got it. Back set. Wood drives it over. French retrieves. Shoved over to Smith. Walker off the ceiling. Canero couldn't return it. And we are tied up at 12 with Sammy Smith serving. Smith, a .234 hitter. Canero to Hickman. Setting up Woods and Woods off McNeely fingertips. A 1-point Coyote lead. Morgan Higgins checking back in. Woods comes out. Madison Kelly into the ballgame serving for North. Bartholomew, not a particularly good first pass, but hey, it works. Over the net from St. Amant. And McNeely again serves. She's played in 16 of the 17 matches, 53 sets. Smith bumping it over to Bartholomew. Able to get it inside the antenna. Setting up St. Amant. Off Hoffmeyer, winds up in the bench. North taking the 1-point lead. This is Reese St. Amant serving. Free ball sent over by Hoffmeyer. Giving North an opportunity to set something up, but instead Higgins had to resort to the free ball. 2-point Coastal North lead. St. Amant again serving. Speaking of Pearl River and Poplarville, and speaking of the Showcase Series and their fall ball that starts this weekend. Last week of Showcase Series fall ball will be at Pearl River Community College. At the river. Good looking baseball facility there. Bochelle over to Higgins. Drives it, gave a facial to Madison Butler. And the Coyotes take a 2-point lead. Bochelle tops in aces on this Coyote squad, serving. Frank sitting into the backcourt, played off the roof by Kelly, and then a little too long from Higgins. Turns it into a 1-point game, gives the serve to Bartholomew, and she will get the ace. She just has a I can serve up plenty of aces look. It's got that powerful look and picks up her 15th of the season. How about 16th of the year? Off Bochelle. Gives the lead back to Pearl River. Very important set number 2. Coyotes trying to tie it at 1. Edwards flips into the corner and drops it in. Well, that Edwards move, I mean, it almost looks like a Tim Tebow pass. You know how he would reach down about the hip and flick it? And she just kind of reaches down sidearm, and great accuracy, though, into the corner. Walker serving, McLemore first pass. Smith lobbing into the backcourt. Walker's there. Setting up Edwards. McLemore with the save. Smith drives it into the corner. She will drop it in. Pearl River, a 1-point lead. Set number 2 after the Wildcats took the opening set 25-21. Misplayed by Hickman, turns into a McLemore ace. Pearl River with losses in the ACCC to Bishop State, Calhoun, Wallace Hansville, LBW. Smith coming up a little bit short. They've beaten Gadsden State. Did that twice. Sneed State has beaten this Pearl River team. McNeely making it a 2-point Pearl River lead. (20-18) with 20 serving 18. Gibson with the serve. That is blocked by McNeely. Pearl River 4 away from a commanding 2-0 lead. Coyotes 7 away from tying it up at 1. Back set to Woods. And that will go off McNeely and drop on the Coyote side of the floor. Extend the lead to 4. And prompt a Coyote timeout.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. Discover welding at Coastal Alabama Community College. So what are you waiting for?
Coastal North has won a total of 22 sets this season out of 47 played. And trying to come from behind in set number 2. Gibson will serve. Walker able to get there, driven over by St. Amant. Over to Smith. Drives it, drops it. Pearl River's 2 away from taking the first 2 sets. Jolie Gibson, 26 aces this year. Averages a half an ace a set. Woods drives it, drops it in. Gibson trying to get the pancake and couldn't. Serve back over to Coastal North. Won't be back here until late next week. Got a lot of volleyball, as you got 2 hits from one player. And Pearl River pushing the Coyote total to 20. Coastal North playing, as I mentioned, in Andalusia, in Selma, in Mississippi before Saturday. But just not here, not in Bruton. Set point for the Wildcats. Served up by Smith. Miscommunication between Hickman and Carrero. And set number 2 will belong to Pearl River as well. So we are done with 2 in Pearl River. Still a chance to sweep it if you are the Coyotes. You're now hoping for 5.
What's up, y'all? Here at Coastal, Alabama. I'm about to go and get this leg day started. Let's get it. We're here again after it today. You're... Hey, let's go, baby. Let's ride. Yes, sir.
Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Are you an athlete looking to play at the next level? With players and teams all across the Southeast, United teams compete regionally and nationally in Showcase Series, Perfect Game, and PBR events. Visit UnitedBaseball.org and you could be next. United Baseball Organization, where the focus is always on you.
About to start my day, but first, coffee. Here with my Coastal crew. Woo! And that's how I end my day at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Set number 3, and if you are the Coyotes, it's no longer a want to win. It is a got to win if you're going to have a chance of taking the match. Pearl River with the commanding 2-0 lead. Coastal North back over to the near side. And Pearl River back over to the far side as far as our look here at Bruton, Alabama is concerned. A reminder, we are at Coastal Alabama South tomorrow. And got a 7 o'clock matchup at Bay Minette Middle School between Enterprise State and Coastal South. So if you love your JUCO volleyball, then here's a good spot for it. Set 3 underway. Off the roof, played nicely by Higgins. Trying to determine how that's going to come off the ceiling is difficult. But she played it well. Smith, Cadera. That is Hickman. 3 ball sent over by Higgins. Picked up by Bartholomew. Back set, Franks. Cadero got to it. Bochelle hitting it twice. Technically 3 times. She could hit it once on the block, but couldn't hit it 2 consecutive times thereafter. So Pearl River takes the early lead in this one. Well, we know taking the early lead doesn't mean anything. Pearl River took it in the first set, won it. Coastal North took it in the second set and lost. Into the net with a Gibson serve. I think the next time we are here, I won't be here. Charlie Scruggs will be providing the play-by-play. Almost, and yeah, it is an ace for Kelly. Madison Kelly, 4 aces on the year. A negative .333 hitter. And of course, you can have a negative number as a hitting average when your errors are more than your kills, but in her particular case, because she's not one of those who are going to deliver one or the other very often, it really doesn't tell you much about the season of Kelly. That's not her job. It's not to get kills. It's not to hit for average. St. Amant makes it a 3-3 game. St. Amant, a .274 hitter, 123 kills, 46 errors. And a total of 281 attacks. Serve back over to McNeely and Pearl River. All of the Coastal South games have a 7 o'clock start. Most of the Coastal North games will have about a 5 p.m. start. There's a newcomer onto the floor, Brenna Shelley, picking up the kill, knotting it up at 4. Handing the serve to Bochelle. Shelley has been in 10 matches, 18 sets this year. This is her 19th. Comes into the ball game at a key moment, though. In a set, Northern's got to win. Bochelle into the net. Onto the floor to serve is Madison Butler. Got 2 hits on the set. Bochelle hitting it twice, and Pearl River takes a 1-point lead. That'll go long. And it is tied up at 6 each. In to serve, Kylie Walker. Walker, 7 aces, 13 matches, 30 sets this season for Walker. And she will drive it long. Of course, where teams in the ACCC are concerned, it's all about getting to that conference tournament in Mobile and playing well there. All teams in the ACCC now D2. And we'll drop into the corner for Smith, but apparently you had an illegal block. And it is 7 each. Hickman serving. McLemore able to get underneath. That's libero to libero, and there is the kill for Abby Franks. You got Abby and Lily Franks. They are both sophomores, and they do look a heck of a lot alike. So if I had to venture a guess, they are twins. They both got length that probably puts them in the neighborhood of, boy, I'm taking a wild guess, around 6 feet. I guess I can say 6 feet-ish and be close, you know, one way or the other, a couple of inches short or over 6. Cadero with the serve. Tipped back over by St. Amant's, able to get there was Franks. Smith going along. North needing the set to force a 4th one. And then, of course, to force a 5th one. Hoffmeyer able to get underneath. It is driven by Franks. Biggest Coyote lead has been 2. And right now it is tied at 9. Over to St. Amant. Off Hoffmeyer. Able to get to it was French. Cadero setting up the mid part of the floor. Dropped over by St. Amant. When they thought she was going to use the power, come to the mid part of the floor. There was a vacant spot to the left, and she exploits it. Madison Kelly to serve. McLemore. Eventually put over by Hoffmeyer. Higgins driving it through the Hoffmeyer block. Madison Kelly again serving. And Coastal North trying to take their first 3-point lead of the match and 2. Boy, if you could just bottle that, contain that, figure out a way to do that every time, where you nibble the top of the net on the serve. It is so difficult to play. Hoffmeyer has it blocked by St. Amant. And the Coyotes take a 4-point lead. Trying to force a 4th set. The ace from Madison Kelly. And Pearl River says, ladies, it's time to talk. A break on the floor with the Coyotes up by 5.
It's early here at Coastal Alabama, but I'm going to head over to the student union and maybe meet some friends, and then I'll head to class. I finally made it to class. See you later, Coastal fam.
Coyotes trying to force a 4th set. Kelly with a serve. McNeely, Higgins will block it. Coyotes by 6. And Pearl River loves their volleyball, but they don't want to play a 4th set. Coyotes love it so much they want to play a 5th one too. McLemore trying to send it over and can't. Wouldn't it be a cool variable in football that, you know, if you won the first 3 quarters, you wouldn't have to play the 4th? It would be different. No, I don't think it's ever been suggested, nor should it. I've seen some games where maybe it should end after the 3rd, just as kind of a mercy rule. Sammy Smith serving. 6-point lead. It was briefly 7. Higgins. And that, by the way, the largest lead of the match. Biggest Pearl River lead has been 5. Driven over by Bartholomew, who has been quiet this set. Moschel sending it over. Smith able to get there. Setting up McNeely. Little chest. St. Amant wins the battle. Shelley coming in. Hickman will go out for Coastal North. Served by St. Amant. Bumped over to Bartholomew, and she sticks it in the net. Seven away from forcing a 4th set. St. Amant serving. Bartholomew. Hoffmeyer tipping it over, trying to diamond pancake it is Kelly. Addie McNeely serving. 16 matches, 53 sets for McNeely. Has played in every match but 1. Pushed over to Higgins, drives it. McNeely's there, tipped over by Bartholomew. Cadera back set for Boschel, and that will go off of Gibson. Here comes Woods back into the ball game. Has had a lengthy breather on the sidelines. Cadero will check out. Boschel will serve. Bumped over to Hoffmeyer. Higgins couldn't get there, and it might be a good thing. It goes out. There has not been a double-digit lead in this one, but Coyotes a point away from doing just that, going up by 10. Wood into the net. Serve back over to Pearl River. Madison Butler serving. 286 hitter. 4 kills, no errors, 14 attacks. Higgins aiming for the opposite side. Able to get there was Butler. Bartholomew drives, and that goes out. And you got the Rivers saying, wait a minute, we thought it got fingertips. Got to admit, so did I, and now the official says it did. Picked up by Kelly in the backcourt. Blocked by Franks off of Wood. Coastal North 5 away from forcing a 4th set. Pearl River 11 away from ending it here in set number 3. Setting up Shelley. It is blocked by Franks. Got a feeling if there is one more, well, there's not going to be. I was about to say, hey, if there's another Pearl River point, there's going to be a timeout coming. There has been a timeout called before another point. Timeout on the floor. A lead that was 9, now 5 for North.
It's the dreaded appointment. You've put it off long enough. You've run out of excuses. And now you've got to face your fears head on. Fortunately, there's someone there who won't hold your feelings against you. Somebody whose efforts instead will give you your best selfie smile. You'll thank her when it's over. Be somebody. Enroll in the dental assisting program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Five-point Coyote lead, trying to get to the fourth set. Keep their hopes alive of winning the match. Pearl River has gone on a 4-0 run. Higgins. Butler able to get there. McLemore retrieves. Bartholomew sends it into the backcourt. Kelly's got it. Higgins driving from the left side, and she'll drop it in. Snaps the string of 4 unanswered points. Higgins and Kelly out. Walker and Bailey Johnson now in. I think that is the first we've seen of Johnson. Almost got the kill immediately. Tipped over to Wood. It was blocked by Bartholomew. Johnson drives to the opposite corner. McLemore there. Bartholomew off of Shelley and then Wood twice. Natalie Bartholomew, the sophomore, to serve. Bochelle setting up Shelley, and it is blocked by Banks. And Pearl River has scored 6 of the last 7 points, turning it into a 4-point game. Wood says, hey, take this. Back to 5 and 3 away from wrapping up the set is Coastal North. St. Amand coming in. Out will go Shelley. Hickman to serve for the Coyotes. They are 3 and 2 at home. Tipped back over by St. Amand. Meanwhile, Pearl River is 2 and 3 away from home. Butler with a back set. Johnson first block over to St. Amand. Blocked by Franks. Abby Franks out. McNeely back in. McLemore to serve. The libero launching it over. Walker is there. Wood fisted across. Drops it in. North is a point away from a 4th set. Chiaro will serve. 24 serving 18. North trying to get it to the 4th set, a point away from doing just that. Fisted over by Smith. St. Amand into the net. Saw that spot that earlier was vacant and she was able to get it there. This time couldn't. Served up by Gibson. Shoved over by Canero. McLemore able to get there. Bump to Smith. Nice recovery by McLemore into the net. We're going to a 4th set. So North will win it. Take that goose egg off the match total board. It's a 2-1 ball game. And North still alive in their hopes to win this in 5.
Preparing for surgery is like getting ready for the big game. You arrive early. You get your mind right. You make sure every tool is ready and the team has the right equipment. Your patient may never know your name. They may never realize that somebody cared enough to ensure all the little tasks were done right. But that's okay. You do. Be somebody. Enroll in the Surgical Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Is the 7 guy. Right up the middle, base hit, back-to-back base hit. Starter with a double, the single from Cumbie coming to the plate and tagged down at home.
You're organized, driven, focused, ready to create the life of luxury in the most beautiful and unique locations, locally and around the world. Discover hospitality management at Coastal Alabama Community College.
We get set number 4 underway. Coastal North buys themselves some extra time to get back into the ball game after winning set number 3. 25-19, and the opening points in this one belong to Pearl River. Of course, we've already established through 3 prior sets that the first points, the opening lead, doesn't mean anything. First set, Pearl River took the lead. They won it. Second set, North took the lead. They lost it. Third set, Pearl River takes the lead. They lost it. So I guess it's 1 and 2. Take the lead. You've won 1 set. Take the lead first, and you've lost 2. Gibson serving in a 2-zip game, flipped over by Carrero. Over it goes to Smith, launches it from the corner, able to get there is Hickman. Sent over to Carrero. And let's see what the ruling is. Well, never saw whether there was a couple of hits or exactly what the infraction was. But the good news for the Coyotes, they pick up the point and Carrero will serve. Over it goes to McNeely. Blocked by St. Amant, but it goes out of bounds. That's set one by Coastal North, their 23rd of the year. Sammy Smith with the serve. Higgins got to it first, but sent it to the ceiling, and Bochelle couldn't play it off the ceiling. Got the top of the net, came off, and Carrero played it perfectly. Johnson getting the kill. That is Johnson's first kill of the game, or 17th of the season. She'll come off the floor, and checking in is Madison Kelly. And she'll serve into the net. Abby Franks back in. And McNeely serving. 15 aces on the year for the 081 hitter in McNeely. Tipped over by Higgins. Bumped over to Bartholomew. Aims for the corner and gets it. Pearl River with a 6-2 lead. Dug out by Hickman. Carrero's got it. Bochelle sending it over. Bartholomew into the corner. Hickman able to get there. Over to Higgins. Drives. Blocked by Hoffmeyer. Over to Bartholomew. Into the backcourt. Hickman setting up Bochelle. She will drop it in front of Sammy Smith. And make it a 6-3 game. Trying to retrieve it near the scorer's table was Hoffmeyer and couldn't. Five serving six. Higgins able to get to it. Able to send it to the net, but didn't send it over. And Pearl River takes a 2-point lead. A lot of players rotating in and out from both, but especially Pearl River. Butler in to serve. Bochelle into the net. Pearl River taking a 3-point lead. Aiming for the corner, good looking shot from Shelley. Well, it was a must-win set from here on out for Coastal North after losing the first couple of sets. One set three, need four, need five if they're going to take it. Pearl River wanted the sweep, not going to get that. Still obviously got the advantage for the win. Frank sending it over, but Coyotes trying to level it off here in the fourth set. Over to Higgins. Picked up by Bartholomew. Butler sending it to Franks off the ceiling. And Kelly couldn't play it off the ricochet. 9 serving 6. Bartholomew to serve. Pearl River 8 and 9 on the year. Coastal North 6 and 7. Blocked by Franks. Setting up Higgins. Tips it over that tall front line. And gets the Coyotes back to within 2. Johnson coming in. Walker coming in 2. Higgins and Kelly to the sidelines for the Coyotes. Smith first pass. Butler to Franks. Rochelle is able to get there. Wood blocked by Franks. And Rochelle trying to retrieve, goes over to the Pearl River side. Almost had to put on a black jersey. She was that far over. McLemore with a serve. Time out on the floor and is asked for Pearl River. 2-point lead, set number 4.
Discover pastry baking at Coastal Alabama Community College.
.10 ball game. Pearl River with the 2-1 lead and the 2-point lead here in set number 4. I was looking at the stats on Pearl River, and the roster, the statistical roster, says that number 1 is McLemore, the libero. I somehow have a feeling, based on the number of assists, that that could be Jolie Gibson. Gibson today, well, on the statistical roster, wears 10. McLemore 1. But for some reason, I now have a feeling, in looking at all the Gibson assists, 228, that is probably your libero. Got an issue over on the sidelines that has held up play. I'm trying to see if they are attending to a player. They are. It is Bochelle, who is getting some fingers taped up. So apparently got some fingers jammed on that left hand. Says, hey, just tape them up and I'll play. That is too long. But since I went with McLemore as wearing number 1 and Gibson 10 throughout, might as well stick with it. Gibson on the serve. Hickman's got it. Johnson able to send it over. Setting up McNeely, drives it. Walker with a dig. Johnson into the backcourt. Back over it goes to Smith. Blocked by Wood. Smith sending it over. Mid part of the floor, St. Amant. Nice volley, nice joust. Won by Pearl River. And Gibson wide with the serve. Cadero serving for Coastal North. Coyotes down by 3. Needing 16 before Pearl River gets now 12. Bartholomew checking back into the ball game. And a French to the sidelines, and serving is Smith. Tipped it over the net. Timeout on the floor. Coyotes want to talk. We'll take a break.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master electrical and mechanical skills, process controls, hydraulics and pneumatics, and land a job that can take you anywhere. Start your path to a career that pays. Discover electrical and instrumentation technology at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Back to the action. McLemore to Gibson, pumps it over to Bartholomew. Drives it down the line, and Pearl River with the points coming out of the timeout. Launched over to Walker. 10 away, and now 9 from wrapping up the match is Pearl River. Taking a 7-point lead. That's their biggest lead of the match. The largest overall lead belonged to North. It came in the third set when they took a 9-point lead, 20-11. Walker with a kill. Canero, Hickman, and Higgins run into one another, but able to get it across. Shoved over by Hoffmeyer. McNeely will serve. "16 matches, 53 sets, 66 kills. 15 aces on the season for McNeely. And she'll stick it in the net. Six-point Pearl River lead. St. Amant with the serve. Bartholomew gets there first. And 2 hits on the set by Gibson. St. Amant again serving. Aaron Sammy Smith pass. And the Coyotes get to within 4. All under the serving of Reese St. Amant. 14 aces on the year. That will drop back to the north side. Lead is 5. The distance between Pearl River and a win, 7 points. Butler with the serve. Hickman over to Carrero. Put over by Higgins and then bumped right back by Franks. Little joust there on the net. And Franks, couple of hits. North needing 11 before Pearl River picks up 6. And now 5. Lead goes back to 6. And Bartholomew will serve. Top scorer on this team, averaging 3.2 per set. Kelly gets it first. Shelley trying to drive it over and couldn't drive it through the block. And the Pearl River lead, 7-4 between they and the match point rather. Aiming for the corner, Shelley, and goes long. And Bartholomew again to serve. Pearl River in what used to be the MAC JC, now the MA double C. Arguably one of the toughest conferences, not necessarily in volleyball, but I guess if you combine all the athletics. Definitely one of the bigger. The other bigger conference is the ACCC. ACCC may actually be the bigger of the two. They don't have a football program. Mississippi does. About 14 teams play football in Mississippi. I think the last time an ACCC team played football was in the 80s with MMI. Bumped over to Wood, pushed back over by Smith, rolls off the top of the net. Smith will drive it, drop it in, and Pearl River is a point away from wrapping up the match. McLemore serving. Hickman to Shelley, sent over by Johnson, and North not out of it yet. Serve back over to Coastal North, who has got to do everything right for the rest of the set to force a fifth one. Wildcats can play with reckless abandon. And there's your ball game. Final kill from Lily Franks. And Pearl River will win this one 3-1. They will go to 6-5 against ACCC teams. Meanwhile, Coastal North now 3-3 at home, and they are 6-8 overall. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. There's your final. Pearl River 25-21, 25-20, 25-16. Coastal North winning set 3, 25-19. Tomorrow we head to Bay Minette, to the middle school, where Coastal South will take on Enterprise State, a 7 p.m. first serve. See you then for all the folks with the Coastals and JockJive. I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.